I love that with every film you do, it's like you try and find a new challenge. And this one was helicopter flying?
There's many in this film. It's a very elegant, beautiful film, but lots of incredible action. I fly airplanes. I'm an aerobatic pilot, but I really wanted to train and do an aerobatic sequence in a helicopter in this movie. It's something that McHugh and I talked about. So I trained for a year and a half while I was even preparing other films, and I did a movie called American Made, where I did all the flying. We really used that as a test for what we can accomplish with a helicopter. Obviously, a fixed wing is different than a helicopter, where I can take a helicopter and you can kind of stall, you stall the wings and you really feel where that aircraft is. With the helicopter, there is, it's either flying or it's not, and the edges are very sharp. The precipice is very steep when you push that aircraft too much. So, it's something that, when we were going into it, we had to build new camera rigs for the helicopter and really test not only my own ability, but what is the physical ability of that aircraft and what can we accomplish. So it was a great aircraft, Airbus helicopter, very powerful, and so yeah, you're going to see it. It's wild. I mean, I'm taking it into some spins and some wing overs and some crazy things. We just took that aircraft right to the edge of what is possible.
I love hearing you talk about this thing because you can just kind of feel the passion that you have for learning new tricks and everything like that.
That's exactly it. Being an actor, I think, if you look at my career, even when I started out, whether it was taps, I really went and studied what it was like in the rifle corps or, even risky business, that kind of the dance sequence or different things. In movies, it's been an amazing life. I've been doing this almost 40 years now, and I've learned so much, and I've met the most extraordinary people from all walks of life, and to be able to take that and apply it to the stories and test my skills and apply it to a story to entertain an audience, that's what I'm constantly testing myself, and I want to do. It's all I really want to entertain them. And
like forever education.
It always is.
Do you remember the skills? Like, can you still mix a mean drink and like throw the bottles up? Like, do you remember all these?
Some skills are diminishing returns. I do. Sometimes I picked up a bottle. I surprised myself. I do remember that. Pool every now and then.
Yeah.
You've got to practice a lot with playing pool, like from Color of Money. But I think sometimes I walk into a pool hall or something. They're a little disappointed. It takes a couple of days for me to really get back into it.
It's like riding a bike. You got to take it out for a couple.
Yeah, you really. But even playing pool like that, it's a little more than riding a bike.
Yeah. Okay, so I love that in the trailer. There's the shot when you injured. Your foot is in the trailer. I was like, oh my God, are they going to put this in the trailer? Is he going to block this out? I kind of like that you've embraced.
It happened. It happened. And it's something. It's just look. I've broken a few bones in my days, and that happens. And when that happened, also when the stunt, it is a violent stunt. And the point is the way that Chris McQuarrie designed the sequence, and we talked about, it's a desperate run. It's a desperate chase on my behalf. So it needed to be very ragged. And it was just one of those things. I went hard into the wall 2 times, and I didn't want to come off the violence of the impact when I hit the wall, because I'm supposed to hit the wall and then grab the railing. And I knew that's what this piece needed, and I just reached and left my foot out just a little too long and, broke it.
What was your initial thought when that happened?
Well, you can see instantly I knew I broke it. And when I hit the wall, I looked down, I was like, oh man, it's broken. And I just thought, keep going, because I got to get past camera, because I got to get the take. I got to get the take.
Curled up in a ball.
No, I was like, I broke it. Okay, keep going, get past camera. And then I just, I went back. I said, guys, I got to talk to you. I had McQuarrie. I said, sorry, I broke my ankle. We're done. It's a wrap. The crew, they're all calling their families, ready for vacation, And so I went, and, it obviously was very, very painful. And, the doctors were concerned that I wasn't going to be able to run again, let alone, so I was like, okay. I mean, it was a serious injury. It was the fracture of the talus. So I was like, look, I've got a movie, I got a release date, and I have my crew. I don't want to lose my crew and everything. So I said I figured out how I would really rehab and train for 10 to 12 hours a day, and I was back shooting in 6 weeks, and I was actually started running again in 10 weeks, and then sprinting in 12, and then because it was at the beginning, I didn't do any of the sprints, so all the sprints that the audience sees in the movie is actually on my broken foot. I still have the broken foot, and I was able to, I wasn't able to do as many takes, but we figured out where I could do a limited amount and then And then basically after I did it the first time, I couldn't walk for 3 days. So it was okay because I was standing at tables. So I'd be, and I had all the fight scenes I had to do and the halo jump that we had. So, but we were able to figure it out. And I had.
I would hate to be your doctor. I'd be like, you were doing nothing that I'm telling you to do.
I know. I took the thing off after a couple of days. I just couldn't take it. I was like, no, we're gonna. But yeah, so it enabled us to really evaluate the film at that point and work on it throughout.
Are you back to 100% now, or still not there yet?
No, we finished, and I'm still almost. Almost. I just have a little more rehab, but it's doing it's doing much better, much better. I'm now not having the pressure of all the stunts that I have, and. Hey,
I was going to interrupt.
Always interrupt. Six-pack Pegels.
No, it's gone.
I feel like with this camaraderie, you guys are just going to be doing this forever.
Sorry, I know. Yeah, we will.
Are there more Mission Impossibles in the pipeline?
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. If the audience wants it, I'll make another one.
So I should call your doctor.
Yeah, I know exactly.
He's like, no, Tom, no.
He's like, you know what? He was. It went well. And now not having the whole production on, I'm able to really take time and finish the healing process.
Were you still on an injured foot during that fight scene with Henry Cavill in the bathroom? Because that's an intense scene.
That we shot parts of it after, but where I had the broken foot is climbing the mountain in Norway. A lot of fights after that. The halo jump, all the sprinting, basically. Yeah, so that stuff. No, in the
just the sprinting, just that little.
I know the fight with me and Henry, and that was fantastic. And Liang, it was so much fun doing that. It was so much fun doing that.